Hi everyone, it's Leonora. Welcome to Soul Searching Tarot. Today I am going to do a personal read for a longtime supporter, Chris. Um, this is going to be your business and finance read. So for those who are new to this channel, I do incorporate astrology and tarot, as well as any intuitive downloads, spiritual messages that comes through. Um, if you are looking for a personal read, I am available. You could email me at soulsearchingtarot@gmail.com. The link is in the bio somewhere, profile page. Just cleansing a little bit. For those inquiring about merchandise, I do have Being Human out. It is on Amazon. It is easy for you to just get the ebook if you want to get the ebook. If you prefer the hard copy, paperback is also available. And Oracle 33 was my first project out. So if you're interested in getting your daily messages, astrology cards, and much more, as far as like chakras and any other guided messages, I should say. Hold on, sorry guys, doing this wrong. Any other guided messages, then Oracle 33, you could email me for that merchandise, actually, soulsearchingtarot@gmail.com. And you could get the book at Amazon. Okay. All right, let's get started. So again, I am doing a personal read. It's a virtual read. So if you guys do reach out to me for a personal read, you could do virtual like I'm doing now for Chris. You could do email reading. I do also email readings, and I do phone readings. Okay. All right. So let's get started. If you haven't liked, subscribed, shared, please do so. You don't have to do it now. You could wait till the end of the video to subscribe if you feel like, I'm a reader that you resonate with. But definitely like the videos so the messages can circulate. I do have a couple of other channels as well. You could check them out. The links are in the description box. All right, darlings. Okay, so let's get started. All right, I already shuffled as much as I could with these cards, so we're gonna get started here. All right, Chris. So let's figure out what's going on with your business, right? What messages are coming out regarding your business in the next 6 to 12 months, if not sooner. All right. Any other messages as well that wants to come out regarding your path in business? Let's find out, please. All right, I'm going to take out 3 of these. All right, so I have the 7 of Spring. I have, this is the Death card, number 13. And I have the Tower card. Holy shit. Number 16. Okay. Wow. I didn't even see that last card till now. All right. So we have here 2 major arcanas, right? 13, 16. Those numbers may be significant for you. These 2 cards are very significant, right? We have the Death and the Tower card here, hand in hand. But the first card out was the 7 of Wands, or the 7 of Springs, has a refer to it in the animal tarot cards. All right. Wow. Okay. So there's going to be a shakeup. I don't know when, right? I know I had asked Spirit to give me the next 6 to 12 months. There is some kind of shakeup regarding business. It may be good, but I feel like there is a surprise element, right? An element of surprise that may happen. It may feel like outside factors, right? Like external factors. It may have to do with the economy. It may have to do with some kind of, emergency, right? That you weren't expecting, right? Not you, but maybe someone you know. So it does feel like a little bit of a shakeup, right? It could be the dismantling of something that you like a dismantling of a business, right? Like if you work, could be a job situation, could be some kind of situation here where it's like it just happens, boom, like that. It feels like you may know about it, right? I feel like you may have a feeling about it, like you might have gotten like a download message, dreams. There was some kind of sign, right? Whether you know about it, right? Like in your dreams, maybe your dream showed you this. Maybe some kind of intuitive message reached you, and you feel like you're a little defensive about it, right? Because when the 701s, this energy, I'll read it to you so you'll know what it represents. But this 701 says, be assertive, believe in yourself, and don't let anyone take away your personal power. Trust that your inner guidance is true and follow it completely. So yeah, I mean, it fear mongering, right? That's the word that comes to mind. Fear mongering, right? So I feel like whatever this external factor is that may shake up your finance, business, home, I don't know. It could be something that you fear, right? Because of the, current events, or again, you might have gotten a dream or intuitive message that made you feel, made you be in this energy, right? Made you feel a little bit fearful of what's coming in the future. But whatever this is, whatever this shakeup, dismantling, or breakdown is, know that it is a dismantling for something to come up, right? So it's like, we're going to smash it, right? But there's going to be a new energy evolving from that dismantle, that destruction, with the death card and the tower card. So what does that mean? So let's see. We got here, it's time to release the past and move on to something new. This ending is the first step on the way to a happier future. And with the Tower card here, it says important changes are coming into your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions you know are right for you. Don't hesitate to move in new directions that you know are right for you. I'm going to clarify this because I feel like half of this energy is telling me that this is all going on inside of you, right? This fear mongering, doubt, maybe you're getting pulled in two directions or in three directions at once. But I also feel like there is some shit going on externally, and I want to clarify it. So let's see what the Rider-Waite's cards say regarding this first message. All right, so I have 10 of Pentacles here. All right, so I'm just clarifying this message here. And the 4 of Cups. Yeah, it feels like home. Again, it could be an emergency. I feel like something here is going to affect you. I don't know why this message is coming through. I know we're reading about business and finance, and honestly, the 10 of Pentacles and the Death card has a lot to do with finance. both these energies have a lot to do with finance, but the energy surrounding it, like the Tower card, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands, like the energy surrounding those two financial energies are telling me that there is going to be a bit of a change that you may not expect. Or you have been expecting it, but you have been, cautious, more cautious than anything, or maybe prepared for it, right? If you feel a little defensive, like, I need to prepare for this just in case. I feel like, you know this more than me. Do you know, is there something waiting in the sidelines that you're like, this may happen, right? For example, maybe, getting let go of a job, or again, maybe a family emergency, or something that's just been, in the back, just like festering, and all of a sudden it just boils over, and it's like, oh my God, now I have to deal with it, right? It feels like that kind of energy. Now, again, I don't know why this is important in your reading, right? Obviously, this message is something that you need to know, whether it's currently happening or will be happening. I don't know. You know that more than me, but it just feels like this is going to affect your decisions when it comes to business. So for me, it feels more like the home than anything. It could be a job, but it does feel like the home. It may involve a child or one of your children. It may involve a family dynamic here, right? So your spouse, a home. And now we have the Devil card to clarify the Four of Wands. Yeah, so I mean, the devil could be read in a couple of different energies, right? The devil is a Capricorn card. Oops, sorry, right here. The devil is a Capricorn card, right? Capricorn has to do with legacy, building from the ground up. But it also could mean some kind of toxic energy, or some kind of, energy that is lingering, that is very ominous. Yeah, I don't like the energy of this at all. I feel like starting all over with your read. But I'll tell you something. This tells me nothing about your business. It's telling me something for sure, but it feels like it has nothing to do with your aspirations. I know that your aspiration is to open up a service company, and nothing here tells me anything about it, right? It could be because it may not happen in the next 6 to 12 months. It may be that. It could be because until this happens first, you're not able to move on to your business endeavors. So I guess what I'm going to ask is, what happens after this? Because with the Devil card here, I do see a slow buildup happening during this phase, this energy that you're in. Like, I do see a buildup happening. It could be obsessive, right? This obsessive energy of wanting a business, branching on your own, making money, building a legacy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be toxic, but it does feel like there's something in your mind. And I feel like you may know this, and I'm just, again, reading the energy, so you know this more than me, but I feel like something's coming up, and it doesn't feel good. And maybe you're procrastinating because you don't want it to interfere with your money in the future or your business in the future. It may have a lot to do with relationships, right? It could be, it feels like family relationships, where you're getting pulled in two directions, right? Should I do my business, money, focus on that, or should I focus on relationship, family dynamics? But overall, I'm just giving you the gist of this reading before I move on. But overall, I do feel like the universe is going to shake up your world. It feels more external than internal, right? Yes, there's some doubt, fear, within yourself. But I feel like the universe is going to shake things up a little bit here in order for you to build from the ground up. And that may take time. So let's see what the outcome is here. Because this is a crazy ass energy. I'm not gonna lie. Let me use my karma cards. I want to see what's affecting this energy. What is affecting this energy? What is affecting this energy? So the fifth house has a lot to do with children. It also means creating, love, obviously, romance, drama. And then we have the Scorpio card here. Scorpio also could represent some kind of drama. See, it just doesn't stop. But I have Scorpio here twice, right? I have the Death card. The Death card represents Scorpio. So 2 Scorpio cards. You may have very strong Scorpio in your chart. You may have Capricorn in your chart. Which makes you very resilient. This energy is very resilient, right? Death, rebirth, and transformation. I just feel like this change that's happening feels dramatic, but it's nothing that you haven't been asking for. You've been asking for some kind of intervention to help you see, to help you get out of this energy, to help you see what's ahead. And it's not the way you expect it to happen, but it's going to happen nonetheless. So I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to reshuffle my cards. And get another message, okay? Because that was pretty dramatic, and it was a message that needed to be said. I'm not gonna, be like, oh, well, I don't do negative messages here. I don't think that messages should be taken as negative, positive. I think it should be a very neutral way of taking it, right? A matter of perspective, versus more like, this is the end or this is the beginning. It's like, okay, I know this information. It'll help me guide or prepare myself for what's coming or not coming. But nonetheless, it's a message that, you needed to know. I hope that this makes sense. I hope that you resonate with it, more or less. I'm going to use my American Native Tarot cards. And I'm going to ask the same question. Let's go into finance. Let's see what's going on in finance. When it comes to finance, what messages do you have? for Chris. Okay. All right, so I have the Ace of Wands, Four of Swords, and the World card. You know, you're getting a lot of major arcanas, right? Major arcanas are very significant in a reading, right? And the World card is an earth energy, right? It represents material. It represents, you know, the internet. It represents everything just coming together, right? You know, once you've gone through the trials, the tribulations, the triumphs, the lessons learned, once you all that happens, you know, there's a completion, and the completion is the World card. And the World card is like, you know, I was talking about dismantling and then starting from the bottom up, right, to the ground up. Like it just feels like this energy has a lot to do with your finance. But again, it feels like something that you already know, that you have intuitively been already thinking. Like I feel like you understand what I'm saying. If the energy for me personally feels intense, because I'm in the energy for you, but I also feel like you might have known about this, or you are aware of this, or you've been planning for this with the Four Swords here. The Ace of Wands is a beautiful card to have. I think it's the beginning of a new passion of yours. The beginning of a new creation, right? You got the fifth house here earlier. The fifth house represents creativity. It is a fire sign. So anything that has to do with passion or beginnings represents the Ace of Wands, right? Like some kind of triumphs, right? Like they're like, yay, you know, we did it. We did it. We overcame it. After a period of rest and contemplation and reviewing, after a period of, you know, this shakeup, you know, there's a completion. And then, like, I just feel like, you know what I keep hearing for you? You know how sometimes people say it's written in stone, or it's written in the stars, or, you know, it's destiny. I feel like with the World card, you are able to write what you want in the stars, right? You are able to dictate your destiny. You are able to make your future. Like there is no destined path. There's, you know, yes, we all get a little bit of a shakeup, right? Some people are meant for some kind of destiny, but some people are meant to write their own destiny. And your energy just shows me that, right? And it feels like, you know, maybe the universe is giving you a little bit of a shakeup because you're not able to understand that you are able to create your own destiny. You're not able to comprehend or start or believe that you are able to create your own destiny, right? It takes a matter of pen, paper, and say, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is what's going to happen, right? That manifestation, that intention seems to be very strong in you. You have very strong spirit guides and ancestors backing you up, backing this whole situation up. Because yes, it feels dramatic, but I haven't met a person yet who hasn't told me that their spiritual journey, their business adventure doesn't come with a little drama or a little shakeup. And that shakeup could be, the dismantling of whatever is currently happening in your life, whether it's career, family, or both. Because I saw that with the Ten of Pentacles and the Death card. Children, yes, children are always going to get involved, right? They're always going to need us in some shape, form, or other. But I do believe it's greater than that. Whatever this energy is, feels a lot greater than that. And I feel like this is your path to walk on, no one else's. Because there is a pull between relationships and money. And if you chase relationships, I just, it just feels like you're not going to accomplish what you want. And I don't know why I'm saying that. It doesn't necessarily mean like chase relationship that you are already in. I'm talking about chasing new relationships that may or may not help you in your endeavor. I think that you got the tools with the Devil card here coming out. You get all the tools you need to build from the ground up, whatever that business, service of yours, that endeavor that you want to accomplish. But I do feel like your spirit guides and ancestors and the universe is all coming together, and they're like, we need to shake this boy's life for this to be accomplished. Now, I do feel like the universe is asking you to do something else. I don't know what that is. With all these major arcanas, I don't know what that is. And perhaps that is the shakeup that they're giving you. Like, we're going to shake you up because we want you to go in this direction versus this direction. We want to give you what you need. There is going to be a completion with the Ten of Cups, the Devil, the Death card, even the World card, the Ace of Wands. All those energy for me, when I'm reading for career, finance, business, is a good thing. You want to see the Death card, the Scorpio card, right? Because Scorpio represents taxes. It represents other people's property. Capricorn represents legacy. The Ace of Wands represents a new adventure. The World card represents a completion to that new adventure, or a completion to begin that new adventure. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. Let's see if we could get any last messages. Any last messages? Any last messages? All right, interesting. I got the Scorpio card again. All right, so Scorpio represents the extraordinary power of the prayer, right? Scorpio is a very spiritual energy. It is, I call it the gangster spiritual energy, or a spiritual gangster. Control the situation, right? So yes, Scorpio has a lot to do with control, right? Purification to resurrect, right? So there's a death and rebirth and transformation. Death, rebirth, and transformation, yeah. Results from the power, right? So power, control, and power is very a Scorpionic card. Then we have Sagittarius, right? So both Scorpio and Sagittarius do remind me of something very spiritual. For whatever reason, your spirit guides are with you. So whatever happens between now and 6 months, between now and a year, between now and 2 years, I don't know. But whatever is happening now or will be happening, know that your spirit guides and ancestors are backing you up, because both these cards mean it just means like we got you. We got you. But we're going to do this first before we're able to help you with what you're asking for. And you may not expect it, but that's okay, because at first it may rattle you. But we're not here to rattle you. We're here to break down what's not working so that we could start from the beginning and complete and answer your prayers. Complete what you are asking for and answer your prayers. So, I am so over you, Chris. And this energy. I was not expecting that. You know, when I was shuffling the cards, I was, looking at the cards and I was seeing what was going on, and it felt like there was a rift between mind and heart, in your mind and heart space. And perhaps the universe is asking for you to deal with that first, if that makes sense. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you. Bye.